Hey guys, it's Rob from Hypop and welcome back to another video. In this one, we're going to unbox and review the brand new Nice Photo HA-3300B Mark II. Thanks for watching guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this. Hit that notification bell to be updated of any new content we release. Leave a comment down below in the comment section your thoughts on the Nice Photo HA-3300B Mark II. Drop a like if this video has helped you in any way. Follow us on social media at Hypop and visit our website, hypop.com.au. Let's get into it. So I've got with me the brand new Nice Photo HA-3300B Mark II. This is a 330 watt LED COB light. It's actually the second version of this light. So there was a popular first version of this light, which is sort of like a cheaper version of the Aputure C300D or the C300D Mark II. We'll take a closer look at this one here. So just some quick stats on this light here, or the specs. Firstly, it's a 330 watt LED COB light, and it's a monoblock light, and it has a Bowens mount at the front. So that means you can attach lighting modifiers that have a Bowens mount, including softboxes, reflectors, barn doors, beauty dishes, things like that. It also has a TLCI and CRI rating of 96, and it has a lux rating of 35,000 at 1 meter, and more, significantly more, when the reflector's attached. There's a reflector that's included. So those are a few of the main stats of the light, and it's also a 5500K daylight light. So let's open up the box and see what's included. Okay, so there we have it. This is the case that it comes in, which is great because having such a large light along with a bunch of other accessories, it's great to have it contained in a case like this. So let's open this up and see what's included. Okay, so first thing that we see is the manual here. And you've got a bunch of different separators, and these are all Velcro attached, so that means you can adjust them and reposition them as you need them. And there's the light unit itself. It's really quite a large light. And there's a reflector there, and with the reflector there's just a little diffuser cover. Inside that reflector you've got some styrofoam here, which is great, it keeps it in shape. Now we've also got some power cables here, and some cables here that I assume connect to the controller box. You've also got a clamp here, looks like for the controller box as well. And you've also got a shoulder strap for the bag. And the controller box. Now this is quite a large controller box. Having unboxed previous lights similar to this one here is significantly larger in terms of size, but it looks like it's only the one controller box for the light. Others have a large AC adapter as well, so it's great to see they contained it all in the one unit here. At the back here, we've also got a remote trigger. It's called the LED-TX, and that's a remote trigger to control this light wirelessly. It's got a range of 80 meters, so it's a 2.4 gigahertz one, so that's good that you're able to control that wirelessly. And that's pretty much it. So I've got the HA-3300B Mark II set up on a stand here. You can see it's a new design. So the first model was silver and blue in color, and now it's just all black, which looks nice and streamlined. The actual case design here is still made from aluminium with some plastic parts towards the front and the back of the actual light here. So the back here, the back handle is actually made from plastic, as well as the front cover or the mounting point here is made from plastic as well. At the front here, you've got just a protector cover, and it's a Bowens mount as mentioned. So that means you can mount reflectors, softboxes, all sorts of different lighting modifiers. You can see this reflector here, which is the standard 7-inch reflector, is actually provided, and it has a little diffuser cover at the front. And to mount that, you simply just mount it at the front, then screw to tighten, and you hear a click, so that means it's locked into place. Now, on the inside here, you can actually see the COB LED light. So that's a single source LED, and it's a chip on board LED, so that means you've got a really powerful LED light source. They're increasingly becoming popular because you can modify them and control the lights in many different ways, as well as they're a lot more powerful than just LED panels, because you can see here they have fans, heat sinks, and they have a larger power source to be able to provide a higher output, with this light being 330 watts of LED output. So that's really the main advantage of these types of lights. Now, in terms of some of the other features it has here, it has a yoke bar, and this is like a U-shaped yoke bar. So that means you can control the tilt of the actual light. Now at the top here, it looks like it has a little umbrella mount. So it's positioned towards the top here. You can actually feed an umbrella through. You just need to make sure that the umbrella stem is actually longer than the body here itself, because if you have a shorter umbrella, it's obviously going to be hitting the reflector here, and that's not going to be ideal. You want it to be out and then be able to expand out with its size there. It also has a lot of holes at the top here and also at the bottom, and that's obviously vents for airing. But that's pretty much it. And on the back here, we've just got one connection point for this blue cable here, and that connects from the light to the control pack. It has a bunch of symbols here, and they actually don't do anything. It's not like a touch screen or anything. It's just, yeah, just an indicator of some of the features, including, you know, remote control and DMX and things like that. So let's connect this all up and turn it on and see what it can do. So the good thing about this connection point is there's literally just one cable, which is great. Then you've got the power cable connected at the bottom here, and you've got DMX ports, DMX in and DMX out at the bottom here. So if you're using a DMX control panel, you can do that with this light. Plug in for some power. There we have it. So that's really it in terms of setting up. Now this control pack here is quite large. The actual unit itself, as compared to the actual light, it's almost pretty much the same length. Now it has a little strap here, so this strap's great if you just want to hang it off a boom stand or a C stand. And you've also got some straps at the back here, so you can strap that to a stand. But on the back here, it has the actual V-Lock adapting points here, so you can use V-Lock batteries to power this via battery. It requires 2. So a clamp is provided for the control pack here, and how to mount that just on the side here of the actual control panel. Having a look at this clamp, if you've had a look at the Aputure C300D Mark II, that has a really strong metal clamp that's similar to the Manfrotto Super Clamp. This clamp here is just made from plastic, so it doesn't really look that great considering how large this actual control panel is. So let's see how to mount it. Basically, all you need to do is, there's a couple of notches there that line up to the side of the control panel, then you slide it upwards and it'll click into place. And there's a little button there on the side that actually releases that hold, and that means you can actually remove the clamp as well. So you'd use this to mount it to a stand. So I've got a stand here right next to me, and to mount that, it's basically just a clamp that has a little screw fixing point, and just wrap that around the stand, and then you continue to screw until it's tight. There's only some rubber stoppers here that prevent it from damaging the stand, as well as it being plastic, and this being so heavy, it's not really that great. You can see here the actual control panel is weighted at the bottom here, so it's leaning up against the stand, and it's not really a great position. So to you know, just to be safe, I think it's best to use these straps here as well. You can probably strap it around your stand, and you have your light on top, or there are the Velcro straps at the back here as well that you can use, but this is really mainly for the battery here. So when you mount the battery, they also provide the Velcro straps here to secure the battery to place. So yeah, that's basically it on the stand there. Let's have a closer look at the menu. So you've got the channel and the group settings here. So that's for the remote control, which we'll look at shortly. You've also got the power display. You can see it's displayed here in percentages. Now the actual light itself increases in 10% increments, which is not really that great because you sort of want to fine tune the light sometimes, you know, even just going up by 1% increments. If you count 0 as off, and you've got about 9 stops of light there. And you've also got a CCT rating here, so that's a color temp. Now there is a color temp button on the bottom here, so you can see that's power and color temp. That actually has no function with this light, because this light here is only 5600 Kelvin. It's a daylight version only. And I'm assuming that's for the tungsten version or the, you know, the warmer 3200 color temperature version. So that actually has no function, nor does that display there. So that display is just showing that it's 5600 Kelvin. You've also got the DMX number here as well, so that's if you're connecting to the DMX controller, and CJ at the bottom there. So that's your scenes. It does have effects, which we'll go through shortly. Now, to control the actual light, once you've turned it on, all you need to do is just spin this wheel here, and that adjusts the power. And you've got channel and group here, so that selects your channel, and you can spin the wheel to change the channel and match that up to your remote, as well as the group. So you've got A through to E for your groups. Now you got the DMX button there, so you have to hold on to that, and that highlights the DMX there, and you need to match that up to your control panel as well. Lastly is the scene here. The scene, what you actually need to do is hold on to the button there, and you can see there's some effects. There's only 5 modes. Now the thing I noticed with this is that you actually can't change the intensity or the frequency of these effects really, so even if you spin this wheel here, it's not really changing anything, or there's no indication that it's changing anything. So the effects really are just there as a little add-on. This light itself really is going to be more so a continuous light, which you can adjust in power. It's really similar to the first model, besides the fact that you obviously have the effects now, the change in design, and just a larger control panel here. Now, while it's been operating here, I can actually hear the fan. Now, if we increase that in intensity, there's no noticeable change in fan speed as you increase in intensity, even at full output. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Now to turn it off, just put the on-off switch there to the middle setting, and that switches it off there. So just a quick run through on how to use the remote control here. It accepts 2 AA batteries, comes in that little pouch there, and it's basically just a simple remote. Once you've turned it on, they've got the on-off switch here on the side. You just need to pair up the channel and group to match on the control panel there. And once you do, you can control the light wirelessly up to 80 meters. Yeah, that's basically it. You can actually put it down to the 0 setting as well, which turns off the light. And you can also press the little CCT button here, and it highlights color temperature there, and you can actually adjust the color temperature using the remote. However, it doesn't actually change anything on the actual unit itself, because the unit is only 5600 Kelvin. On the bottom here, you've got the channel group, which you can actually highlight the channel and group and change those over to match the control panel. And on the side here, you've actually got a micro USB port. They haven't provided a cable here, so I'm assuming that's going to be for firmware updates. So my final thoughts on the Nice Photo HA3300B Mark II are that it really is a no-frills light. It has huge output at 330 watts. It also has that Bowens mount, but it's really nothing compared to the engineering and just the design overall of the Aputure C300D Mark II. If you're after something that has all the features, all the effects, full controlling capabilities, you can go with the Aputure brand. But if you're actually after a no-frills light that just has pure power in terms of output, you can go for the Nice Photo light here as well. It's relatively inexpensive. Here in Australia, it goes for about $1,000 Australian. The Aputure C300D Mark II is actually double the price, almost $2,000. So you can see there, you can probably grab 2 of these lights if you just want output, because that way you'll be saving quite a lot of money and you add more lights to your setup. So for more videos just like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to be updated of any new videos and content that we release. Drop a like on this video if it's helped you in any way, and also leave a comment down below in the comment section your thoughts on this light, or if you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer them. Follow us on social media at HiPop, and visit our website, hipop.com.au. Thanks for watching.